Todavía no, ¿verdad?
Ya.
Euthanasia and assisted suicide. Pros and cons. First, the strongest argument made on behalf of legalizing euthanasia or assisted suicide is that, like abortion is a choice use, proponents argue that euthanasia or assisted suicide is the ultimate civil right, and that to deprive mentally competent, terminally ill people who want to end their suffering of a peaceful, indigent, is to fundamentally disrespect their right to personal autonomy. Proponents also argue that legalizing euthanasia or assisted suicide is a necessary insurance policy that will ensure that no one dies in painful agony or unremitting suffering. Advocates contend that euthanasia or assisted suicide is little different from pain control science, but use strong drugs and patients. There are occasionally unintentionally hastened as side effects of the narcotics use the palliative. They also claim that doctors commonly engage in euthanasia or assisted suicide surreptitiously and promote legalization as a way to protect vulnerable patients from abuse inherent in the current unregulated practice. Acknowledging worries about potential abuse, advocates assure that protective guidelines help protect the vulnerable from wrongful deed while still permit suffering patients who are eligible for euthanasia or assisted suicide to obtain a desired peaceful death with dignity.
Proponents also claim that opposition to euthanasia-assisted suicide is based primarily in religion, and that laws prohibiting the practice are thus unconstitutional because they violate the division between church and state. Opponents counter that legalizing euthanasia-assisted suicide will lead society down a dangerous, slippery slope, with legalizing killing eventually being permitted for disabled, elderly, and depressed people, as well as for those who are not mentally competent to recruit to death. Protecting guidelines do not protect. Opponents declared, pointing to the dude experience with euthanasia as proof of both the reality on the slippery slope and the relative meaninglessness of guidelines. Opponents also argue that the economics of modern medicine will promote euthanasia-assisted suicide as a form of health care cost containment, noting that the drugs in an assisted suicide cost only about $40, while proper care for a dying patient can cost tens of thousands of dollars. They also note that 44 million Americans do not have health insurance, and that medicine is sometimes practiced in a discriminatory manner against racial and other minorities. Thus, they argue that the last people to receive medical treatment will be the first to receive assisted suicide. Opponents also deny that there is widespread surreptitious euthanasia practice in clinical medicine, citing several published studies as proof, and urged that hospice care and proper medical treatment provide the morally acceptable answer to the difficulties that are sometimes associated with the process of dying.
Brief Reflection of Euthanasia by Frank A. Pavon, National Director, Press for Life. Increasingly, the courts and the media and the conversation we are hearing about the euthanasia and the so-called right to die. Each time we are fully informed about what is going on and what the appropriate response should be. Euthanasia is not a future problem, it's a present problem. It is happening now and becoming increasingly accepted. And we are asleep, not realizing that the road we are on will lead to the massive elimination of the elderly and incompetent and anyone else considered to be a burden to society. Consider the Nancy Cruzan case. She had been in a coma for almost 8 years, but was not dying, not deteriorating. The courts allowed food and water to be discontinued, and 12 days later, on the day after Christmas, she died. Not well, she did not die of the coma, she died of starvation. She was 33. Or consider Dr. Jack, who led Janet Atkins, of 54 years old, suffered of early Alzheimer's, used his homemade suicide machine to kill herself. She possessed a button which released lethal fluids into her body. He has likewise administered them to dozens of others. It is the direction we want our society to go.